Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. I want to start with a little plug for Sunday morning volunteering. So now that we've got more folks in the sanctuary on Sunday mornings, we need more help. And specifically, we are looking for greeters. That's a super easy job. You just say hello to people and orient them as they enter. And there's a lead greeter every week who tells you exactly what to do. So you don't even have to figure out yourself. So we need greeters. And then this week is the first week that we could have fellowship hour if we have volunteers to make it happen. So if you want coffee after the service, you should volunteer to make it happen. I will put the link to both of those signups. It's all on one page. It's really easy. You just click the link. You don't need a password or anything to sign up. I will put the link in the comments, and we would really appreciate your help on Sunday mornings. Another form of giving, of course, is financial giving, and our stewardship campaign has wrapped up. We called a bunch of you last night who we hadn't heard from. So if you got a phone call or an email from a board member or a stewardship team member, we'd love to hear from you. If we don't hear from you, we will continue your pledge at the same level as it was last year. That's how our sustaining pledge model works. So it'll keep going. But if you're interested in changing your pledge, and especially if you'd like to increase it a little bit, please do reach out to us in the next week. And thank you so much to everyone who has given. I think we're at about $315,000, which is great. It's short of what we were at last year, so we're hoping that some more folks come through, and we would still love to make it to $370,000 if you would like to help us get there. I'll put the link in the comments where to make a pledge. We've got an online pledge form, super easy, and we'd love to hear from you. Tonight, our preschool, Children's Winter Garden with White Wing School, is having a fundraiser in partnership with Soprano's Pizza. That's the pizzeria right here in downtown Nashua. So if you were not sure what to make for dinner tonight and thought, pizza might be good, if you order from Soprano's Pizza and let them know that you are a part of the Children's Winter Garden with White Wing School fundraiser, they will give a percentage to the school. So again, that's Soprano's Pizza tonight, March 22nd, and it's a great night for pizza. Tomorrow night, our bi-monthly grief group is meeting with Karen Campbell, runs that. It is at 7 p.m. on Zoom. You can reach out to Karen for details. That's open to all adults who are experiencing grief of any kind, and Karen interprets that really broadly. So if you think it might be the right place for you, reach out to Karen and she'll give you the link for that. Our poetry group is meeting on Monday, Poetry as a Spiritual Practice. Roy Goodman is the contact person for that. He would love to welcome you to share and write poetry. You can reach out to him, or the info is also in the newsletter for that. This is a little further out, but on April 2nd, so that's not this weekend, but next Saturday, April 2nd, our Welcoming Congregation team is going to be putting on a conversation about LGBTQ identity and parenting. So that means both what it means to hold an LGBTQ identity and be a parent, and what it means to parent kids with LGBTQ identities. So this conversation is open to folks with LGBTQ identities and allies. It is at 10 a.m. on April 2nd in the dining room. And I think it's going to be a really rich conversation, so would love to see you there. And right after that is going to be the Faith Formation Family Hour we haven't quite decided, but 11:30 or 12 that day, and there'll be more details about that. But Faith Formation Families, you can mark your calendars for 11:30 or 12 on April 2nd. And if you want to come to the parenting conversation and then, do Family Hour afterwards, that's great. I skipped ahead a little bit, but this Sunday, I'm going to come back to this Sunday, March 27th. Caro is leading an all ages service. I'll be there as well, but Caro's in charge. And it's going to be about the Article 2 Study Commission, which sounds super boring, but it's actually all about who we are and our theology as Unitarian Universalists, and a big conversation that our denomination is having about that. So we're going to engage in that conversation a little bit, learn about it. I hope you'll join us either in the sanctuary or online. And it is an all ages service, so it'll be accessible to everyone. After the service this Sunday, right after the service, either in the sanctuary or online, our land acknowledgement group is going to be doing having a discussion. They'll be sharing some information. They'll be asking for your questions and feedback. And so if you want to hear where we are at with that land acknowledgement process, if you haven't heard anything about it and you want to jump in and hear where we are, they would love to have as many folks as possible be a part of that. That is after the service this Sunday, March 27th, both on Zoom and in person in the sanctuary. So I'm going to jump back ahead to next weekend. April 3rd is the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter Run Walk. We've got a team that has formed for that. So if you want to run or walk with other UU Nashua folks to raise money for the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter, we would love to have you be a part of the team. You can also just give to support the team if you can't run or walk that day. I'll be there. I'm walking because I'm not a runner. And I'd love to see you. I'll put the link for more information about that in the comments. We are looking ahead to summer, and I'll name a couple things about summer. One is that we have summer services that happen that are a little bit different than our services kind of during the regular church year. And they're different in a couple ways. One is that they're often a little more casual. They're a little smaller. Not as many folks show up in the summer. But they're also mostly led by folks in the congregation. And the way that works is the worship associates either recruit folks or people volunteer to lead a summer service. And then I do a training. It's a 3-part training. It's on Sunday afternoons, late April and May. For a couple hours. So I'll do a training that'll guide you through everything you need to know to lead a summer service, to develop and lead a summer service. So if that sounds interesting to you, if you think, I got something I would like to lead a service about, I would love to hear from you. We're looking for summer service leaders now, and just reach out to me if you are interested or if you want to know more or have questions. And finally, General Assembly, our Unitarian Universalist Association's annual gathering, is happening at the end of June. It's not the very last week of June, but the last full week of June. It's kind of Wednesday night through Sunday, Wednesday night through Sunday. And we are still looking for delegates. So those are folks who get to vote on behalf of our congregation on matters that come before the association. So you can attend either virtually or in person. The in-person option is in Portland, Oregon. I just bought my plane tickets. It'll be my first plane ride since the pandemic started. And I'm excited to go in person this year. Would love to have you join me, but would also love to have you join me virtually. That's a great option. If traveling doesn't work for you or if it's out of your price range. And we do have some support, financial support for attending. So if you want to go, but it feels like the registration fee is just too much, reach out to me and we can help you with that. And I will put a link to more information about General Assembly in the comments as well. But let me know if you're planning to go, and reach out to Lindsay Hedrick if you're interested in being a delegate. So that's what I've got for today. That was a lot. Thank you for listening all the way to the end. I hope you're enjoying the sunshine that we're having these past couple of days, and I look forward to being back with you this weekend after a couple weeks away doing pulpit swaps. See you then.